Hi everyone, I'm Karima Devine and welcome to 12 News Weekend. Every week we take a look back at some of the best news stories from our 12 News journalists. On today's show, from sculptures to cliffs and caves, Lake Pleasant's hidden depths hold big surprises. We give you a closer look beneath the surface. And then later, a popular butcher shop has temporarily closed its doors after the owner was seriously injured in a crash. We talk with him to see how his community is stepping in to help. But first, new owners, new look, same Phoenix staple. What we're learning about the return of a legendary steakhouse. 12 News journalist William Pitts takes you inside the highly anticipated comeback.
Durant has been closed for months while the owners did what they call a restoration, not a renovation. It's basically all the same inside. And yes, don't worry, you still come in through the kitchen. Why do you go through the kitchen at Durant's? Because that's how Sinatra did it. That's how the Goodfellas did it. That's just how it's done. There's decades of history, power deals, power lunches, governors, mayors, judges. Durant's is iconic. So when it sold and closed for remodeling, let's just say there were concerns. You guys know you can't screw this up, right?
That's right. That's right, yeah. No screwing this up. This is such a legacy brand, such a part of Arizona, of Phoenix history, and it's just such a privilege to be a part of its next generation.
Jeff Mastro and Scott Troilo own places like Steak 44, Oceans 44, and Dominic's. What made you guys want this place?
Well, we've lived here forever, and it's an institution, and we did not want it to go away.
They had to take a legendary but aging restaurant and rescue it. Not save it, rescue it. How hard was it to kind of come in, redo this, and know that you have to keep it the same, but you have to update it at the same time?
We wanted Durant's, we just wanted to refresh it a little bit and keep it to what it was.
This is a restoration, not a remodel. And I think that's really what came out of it.
The iconic red wallpaper is still here. The wood a little darker. The bar, the signs, all in the same place. The bread is still here. The veggie tray to start, the steaks, still massive. The menu is the same, just with a couple changes.
I think it was offering more things, bringing things back to where it was maybe in its heyday.
What's your favorite new thing on the menu?
I think probably the veal parm.
Oh, it's awesome.
Opening day is December 17th, and even after a restaurant empire of steakhouses, this one's different.
Every opening we're nervous, you know, every new restaurant's a new challenge.
Anxious for everybody to see it and know that they're going to be warmly welcomed, as they always were here at Durant's.
As they always were, and that's the key to Durant's. The way it's done is the way it still has to be done. Otherwise, it's just a steakhouse. William Pitts, 12 News.
When you think fun at Lake Pleasant, you probably think about boating or swimming or hanging out on the beach. But beneath the lake's surface, there are some surprising scenes you might not expect, like a statue garden, a metal sculpture, cliffs and caves, even an historic architectural wonder. And with depths well over 200 feet, Lake Pleasant is a draw to scuba divers who want to dive the desert.
It's dark, it's cold, and it allows for a lot of divers to come and advance their training.
Forrest Packbush runs Cyborg Pirate Scuba. With the only full-time dive boat on the lake and a brand new dive shop nearby, he's kind of the Lake Pleasant diving guru. He took us out, and we started with a big dive on the old Waddell Dam.
All right, let's see what's down there.
This was once the largest concrete arch dam in the world. You can swim right up next to it. It's now deep underwater after a new dam was built, but a lot of history here.
That dam was erected, it was completed in 1927, and that is what gave the valley the growth that it's had from that time in order to keep water here. And obviously living in a desert, having water available, that's what brings people.
This statue garden, another intriguing dive site. Several small sculptures, including a Buddha on the floor of the lake. And how about this? It's called the Iron Maiden, complete with a bell, kind of a diver's jungle gym. And then Tech Island shows you the cliffs and the cracks and even some of the vegetation that was down here before this lake was a lake. All interesting stuff. And Forrest says Lake Pleasant is the perfect place to practice diving skills before you head out on some exotic and expensive diving vacation.
when I talk to a lot of different people, I tell them, hey, this is the place to come out and practice and train, because if you're bouncing off the bottom and you're beating up the coral, well, there's no coral here.
That's something down there. Pretty cool, huh? Really cool.
We're at the amphitheater at Papago Park. This is part of my commute, and the other day I was riding over and noticed that it was going to be a good shot. I think I actually see it peeking up over. It's a lot farther left than I thought it was going to be. I'm not going to get some good peak shots today, but it's starting to come over just a little bit. Not great mountains, but we'll get a nice moon shot. I'm an amateur photographer. Yeah, I go out and shoot whenever I can. I want to get some nice mountains in the foreground. It'd be great to get the holy grail of it coming right through the middle of the peaks, but it's a matter of finding where you need to be. Today you probably have to be down by South Mountain to get that one really good. I got home from work, grabbed my camera, and just shot out here. Once it's up, it moves quick. Tonight's the last supermoon for quite a while. It's supposed to be the brightest it's going to be for a little bit. Yeah, sometimes it looks like it's like a ball rolling on the side of the mountain. Yeah, it's fun to get outside and take some pictures.
And coming up, coyote sightings are on the rise across Arizona, but what is drawing them closer to residential areas? The warning that you need to hear next.
All the time.
Robert Clement lives in Scottsdale.
Surrounded by saguaros.
And on a regular basis, he sees and hears coyotes nearby.
Coyotes are all around here.
Robert sees them so often, he's come to learn their behavior.
They're skittish, they're afraid of you, but I'm afraid of a pack of them.
Robert's heard about people having close calls with their pets.
If they don't have the right amount of feed, or they're just in that pack happy mode, they'll attack in a pack.
One time he had a close call.
We've scared them out of the pipe down by the school. and all of a sudden they come up, we'll get down and we'll watch for them as well. And they come out and it's scary.
But thankfully,
they're as afraid of us as we are them.
Something to take into consideration.
If they're losing their fear of people and it's nice out, and it's nice for us to be out, you're going to tend to see more animals.
Darren Julian with Arizona Game and Fish says the good news is they haven't heard of an attack happening in the past couple years, but they are hearing more about people spotting them on their doorbell and security cameras.
Our green belts, our golf courses tend to have higher concentrations of it.
If they're coming too close to your home, he says be sure to keep your guard up, especially if you have pets. But there are some simple things you can do to deter coyotes without seriously hurting them.
Diluted ammonia in a super soaker, or paintball guns in a given location, kind of that kind of thing. As long as you're not injuring the animals, hazing's a good thing to reinstill that human fear response.
For Rob, the bottom line is keep your head on a swivel if you're going for early morning or later evening walks when the weather's nice. And if you happen to pass a coyote on the road, give them space. Trisha Hendricks, 12 News.
Okay, razor blade throat virus will certainly get a lot of attention, and it is all over TikTok right now. Thankfully, it's not actually rare, it's not a mystery, but it is still pretty nasty.
So has anyone else been dying from like a mystery illness? Because for the past 2 weeks, that has been me.
Medical TikTok, maybe we should call it SickTok, has been going crazy over this mystery virus for a while.
Did anybody else feel like you swallowed razor blades for like 3 or 4 days?
I don't know what the is going around, but my throat is hurting.
I couldn't even like move my eyes around because I'm like, this is ridiculous.
They say it's like a cold, but much worse. You can actually search for razor blade throat virus.
Everybody been talking about this 2025 throat virus. A little too late.
because I just found out. But it's not a mystery. First, don't get your medical advice from TikTok, unless you find an actual doctor on there like this guy.
So what is this mystery virus? Well, it is very likely that it is just a virus.
It feels like people are swallowing glass, or they feel like there's razor blades in their throat.
And even then, find a doctor that can see you, like Natasha Bouillon, the medical director at One Medical. She says this is adenovirus, and it's been around for a long time.
Sometimes people think that they have the flu, they actually have the adenovirus.
Adenovirus is basically a cold, but a bad one, and it can be a doozy.
So people will get a runny nose, but they get a more severe sore throat.
But here's the kicker. Adenovirus is like a Swiss Army knife of nasty. It can do more than just give you a cold.
Some strains of adenovirus, they tend to be predominant for pink eye. Other strains cause an ear infection, other strains cause diarrhea, but a lot of the strains do cause the respiratory symptoms.
According to the CDC, which tracks respiratory virus tests, adenovirus isn't actually number one in our area. Something called parainfluenza is. It's another virus that's like the flu, but not as bad. Adenovirus is less popular right now, but still, doctors say wash your hands, get a lot of rest, and try to manage the symptoms. There's no vaccine, no antiviral. Just take care of yourself for a couple of days, and it will most likely pass. And if it gets really bad, see a doctor. William Pitts, 12 News.
Inside Al's Meat Market.
I've been cutting meat since I was 16.
You'd typically find Alfred Viscusi behind the counter.
Too many people don't know how to cut meat.
He's owned this shop near 107th Avenue in Union Hills for nearly 2 decades.
I just do a lot more Italian stuff. I bring in the real prosciutto, cabagol, the mortadella.
But today,
everything was going smooth.
Al is speaking with us from a hospital bed.
Nothing was out of the ordinary.
Al was in a serious motorcycle accident that left him with a broken spine and a broken leg, among other injuries. He doesn't remember what happened, but dash camera video shared by Peoria police shows us. Al was driving in the left-hand turn lane. Instead of turning, Al crashed into the median and was thrown from the bike.
I thought for sure that it wasn't gonna be good.
He was wearing protective gear, including this helmet, at the time of the crash.
That's what saved me, big guy.
Al can now move his fingers and toes, some positive signs of progress.
I feel pretty good. I can't complain.
But his recovery won't be quick or easy.
Alfred's not going to be able to come back to work. We're going to have to shut the market down.
Rebecca Miller is cleaning out the freezer and deli counter too.
It's kind of hard because it's been here 19 years.
Selling what they can to other butchers around the valley and giving the rest away to food banks.
This place wouldn't be the same without Al. Al makes this place.
Even if Al can't return to his market, he says he's grateful to have survived this horrific crash.
There's something I gotta do, apparently. There's more for me to do. I don't know what it is, but I'll sure find it.
He's known as the Golf Club Bub by Glendale police.
That's all he would ever take, is just go in there straight to the merchandise, get the golf clubs, and then walk out.
31-year-old Connor Burgess arrested for stealing multiple high-end golf clubs from 2 different big box stores in Glendale, even going back to one of the stores to steal more.
He made no effort to pay, he made no effort to speak to anybody. It was a straight-up theft.
All within minutes of walking through the front door. Officers say security video shows Burgess go directly to the golf clubs, grab as many as he could, then leave, carrying the clubs in one hand while appearing to give the bird to workers with the other. At just one store, this receipt shows 6 Titleist GT3 drivers were taken, costing the store more than $4,000. Altogether,
it was a grand total of about $12,000 worth of merchandise that he'd taken.
Police claim Burgess was then selling these items online for cheap, and that's how they were able to find him, tracking him down to this hotel,
Your hands up.
where he was arrested and taken into custody. Police then searched his room, trying to find the stolen items.
He was flipping these items relatively quickly, so none of the merchandise was unfortunately recovered.
What they did find, according to arrest documents, was several blue M30 fentanyl pills, a loaded syringe believed to be filled with heroin, and golf balls. Burgess now faces multiple charges of retail theft. Glendale police now warning people about buying things on sites like OfferUp and Facebook Marketplace.
And if it's way too cheap, it's definitely going to be too good to be true, and there's a high potential for that item to be stolen.
Holiday shopping is in full swing, which means more package deliveries, and Peoria police say that can make you a target.
We want them to be able to cherish these times, cherish the holiday season, and we want to keep the Grinches away from their front porch.
'Tis the season for package thieves. Peoria police saying they're starting to see more calls come in reporting those who no doubt are making their way onto Santa's naughty list.
Our officers are going to come out, they're going to take a report, and we're going to investigate it to the fullest that we can.
Like this guy who was quick but not exactly coordinated as he grabbed what he'd soon learn was a packaged bag of flour from the front door of this home.
They made it look like they lived there, pulled in the driveway, ran really quick, ran to the front door, grabbed the package, and then went back into their vehicle. Screeched the tires as fast as they could out of the driveway and then went on to the next one.
Police say porch pirates aren't necessarily criminal masterminds, but are more like opportunists who are looking for something quick and easy to grab.
If you can make it as hidden as possible, make it as difficult as possible for these porch pirates to take the packages off. You don't want to leave them stacked up. If you have a storage locker in front of your house, you could do that.
If possible, you can mail the package to your work, or you can use trusted neighbors or delivery lockers. Anything that keeps your packages out of the thieves' hands.
Make sure you have video cameras out. Make sure you have a good surveillance system, because that will help us when we're trying to prosecute these cases, where we can get a good license plate, we can get a good vehicle description, and then we can also get a good physical description of who's actually taking the packages.
So whether you're waiting on one item or many from your holiday wish list, authorities say to remember to be package aware so this time of year can stay merry and bright.
We just want our community members to be safe, and we just want everybody to have a happy holidays.
Peoria police say if you notice anything suspicious, to give them a call immediately. And if you're someone who's had their package stolen, you can call their non-emergency phone line. In Peoria, Jay Cunningham, 12 News.
This 13-year-old boy enters a pool at the Arizona Grand Resort. Not long after, he's face down in the water. It looks real, and that's the point. First responders carried out a full-scale drowning simulation in front of hundreds of medical professionals attending the Cardiac Arrest Survival Summit. The scenario focused on a mock 13-year-old drowning victim, requiring CPR, airway support, medications, and rapid transport by helicopter.
Today we worked with our friends at Phoenix Fire Department and the amazing lifeguards here at the Arizona Grand, and we simulated a pediatric drowning, which unfortunately is a pretty common occurrence here in the state of Arizona.
Mandy Osborne is a flight nurse with Native Air, which flew in one of their medical helicopters. She says in a real emergency, the teamwork seen in this drill is exactly what's needed.
The team here today had already established IV access. They also had established an airway.
Her team would then continue those interventions during transport.
Hooked him up to a ventilator if he was actually intubated. We would have hooked him up to a ventilator to make sure that we're giving him the best type of breaths that he needs.
Osborne says Native Air carries a full arsenal of critical care tools.
We're a full-on ICU. We also carry blood, and we have like half a pharmacy worth of medications.
She also praised the resort's lifeguards.
They have a very formal training program as well as ongoing training. And the American Red Cross did offer to bring lifeguards in, and the hotel said, no, let us use our lifeguards because they can handle this.
Watching from the crowd was pediatric cardiologist Dr. Stuart Berger. He's attending the summit and visiting from Chicago.
Fascinating. Incredible to see what a multidisciplinary approach it was, how everybody worked together, and the key is how they were prepared.
He treats patients at the hospital, but rarely gets to see the work involved getting them there.
It takes a village of people who practice and work well together, and that's how lives are saved.
And for volunteering to be a mock patient, this 13-year-old got his very first helicopter ride, and they even took him out of the stretcher so he could enjoy the view. We're in Phoenix. Kyle Simchuk, 12 News.
Thanks for watching, everyone. And just a reminder, new episodes of 12 News Weekend premiere every Friday on 12+. You can also watch some of our past episodes on the app. It's easy. Just download 12+ for your Apple TV, Fire TV, and Roku, and you can watch for free. I'm Coyote Devine. Have a fantastic rest of your weekend.
This weather is why we live here. But winter storms impact the whole state.
12 News Weather Impact keeps you safe and ready on Weather Impact Alert Days. When roads turn icy,
when those snowy trails call, if your flight could be delayed,
or when cold, rainy days impact your commute.
stay safe on those weather impact alert days.
12 News Weather Impact in every newscast and streaming on 12 Plus.